Beautiful day. Today I'm going to give you my experience of training while having COVID. So this was about 4 or 5 days ago. I retested. I first tested positive 9 days ago. So a week on Friday, last Friday, it's now Sunday. So 9 days ago I tested positive. Now, a bit of a tip if you are making YouTube videos or doing audio stuff, if you can't find anywhere quiet, I've got the kids going crazy in the house and it's peeing down with rain, it's really noisy, I've jumped in the car. The car works as a really good audio sound booth. The issue is it doesn't look fantastic, so I'm going to give you some pictures and videos of my training over the last week that sort of goes with what I'm talking about anyway. So normally on a daily basis, I'm coaching clients, doing one-on-one sessions. I'm doing classes, so teaching and participating in my own classes. So I join in all of my classes. So I have a certain amount of workload that I do when I do that. Plus I do my balance training and my strength training. And that is most days I'm doing a significant training session of about 60 to 90 minutes. So I was doing all those things on a regular basis and have done for the last 9 to 10 years. So once I caught COVID, what I done was I didn't just stop completely and rest. I wanted to keep training. Now, whether that's the right or the wrong thing to do, I don't know. But for me, mentally, I enjoy training. It's my time. It's like my meditation. I've done some work. Now, I did decrease the intensity dramatically. So number one, I wasn't doing the classes and the PT sessions. I wasn't driving to work. I was at home and I just done the balance work. Now there was a little bit of strength in there where I might do like a handstand push-up or a press or something like that. But those are exercises for me where I can hold a conversation where I'm doing them, which means the intensity is relatively low. Now my body felt fine to do the balance work. I quite enjoyed just playing around with that. So I continued to do that every day. Now that was a mixture of one arm work, 2 arm basics, played with the blocks, but didn't really do any high repetitions or sets of strength exercises like the handstand push-ups, the presses, dips, chin-ups, and that type of thing. Now I was going to try some strength work on a couple of days, but as soon as I started to do a couple of repetitions of strength work, I felt like I was just dying in terms of energy. I didn't have any output to do more repetitions, so I just stopped that completely. In terms of symptoms I had with COVID, I felt like a flu-y type cold symptoms, like 1 hour and then the next hour I would feel fine, just went up and down a little bit. But I would say 80% of the time I felt fantastic. I felt like I normally did. It was just when I tried to do too much, I felt tired. And that was more around the house, not necessarily to do with training. So like I say, the balance work didn't affect me too much. Now I'm going back into training. So Friday was day 7 of having COVID. Saturday I went back to the gym. I taught 2 classes. I done a strength class and a handstand class. I also done about 45 to 60 minute training session where I just worked some one arms, and I joined in the strength work. So I was doing bar muscle ups, some dips and some chin ups, more demonstration than anything, so not lots and lots of volume. But that was 4 working hours at the gym and I felt fine from doing it. I felt normal. Now the other big change that I have been doing though as well, I changed to more of a carnivore diet about 2 weeks ago. So that has coincided at the same time. So I've cut out sugar completely and I'm not really eating any carbohydrates in any way. Now I am finding that I'm feeling really, really good from that because I've lost about 4 or 5 kilos and I'm just feeling lighter and my energy levels feel pretty good. So I had that going on, so those changes as well as the same time as dealing with COVID. So in terms of my training load, if you compare what I was normally doing day to day compared to what I'd done while I was having that isolation period with COVID, it was dramatically down on the intensity. So even if someone looking in said, oh, you shouldn't be training, I don't recommend that you train during that time. My training load was much, much lower than it normally is. Now, I'd be really interested to hear from you guys. Have you had COVID? How did it affect your training? How did you modify things? Did you take the week off completely? And I'd be really interested to hear of those of you that had COVID some time ago and how long it took you to get back to your normal level. And like 6 months afterwards, 4 months afterwards, whatever it is, how are you affected now? Do you still feel the effects of having COVID? And I'll speak to you next time.